This video will walk you through the steps of how to actually take a web page that you've worked on and publish it. One of the things that we've done in academic affairs is that we have pulled away or taken down the restrictions for people to publish without approval. We thought long and hard on that, but what was happening before when we had the restrictions in place, it was just too many layers to get things changed on the website. So we decided to take that down. That doesn't mean, however, that we don't want to know when you're out working on your page and when you actually go from a hidden web page that you were developing to a published website. So when you go from hidden to actually active on the website, just shoot us an email, send us the link to where you are on the website, and we'll go back and just review it for you to make sure that it conforms to all the standards that we have within the website collectively. So if you can agree to do that, we're good. All right, so here I am. Let's pretend that I am working on this particular web page for developmental ed, and I believe that I'm finished. It looks good to me, and I think, oh, it looks great. I'm going to go ahead and publish it. So what I have to do is just go back to the sitemap, find the actual page that I was working on, and I already know where this is. My page is located under LSCC programs, and there's developmental right here. So if you notice, whenever you create a new page from scratch, it always defaults to an active page hidden. To make sure that it turns to active, that means visible for everyone in the community online to see, change it to active visible. Only thing you have to do is just simply click it. Click on the little active button or inactive button and it changes it to active, and the same thing from hidden to visible. Once you're done, just go scroll down and hit Save Sitemap. I've already preset mine to go ahead and save. It's already saved actually, so I'm not going to click Save, but just remember, sometimes when you click the sitemap or Save Sitemap, it can take several minutes for it to save because it's saving the entire website, not just this page. So once you have received notification for a pop-up that your changes have been made to the website, you'll be able to go out to the website and actually see your page. So we're mimicking that. So one of the first things I want you to do whenever you create a new page is look. And these are the kinds of things you want to look for. You want to look for things like this. This is a gap between a picture and wording. You should never have these types of gaps. And actually, as you know from the training, we always like the text to come over to the right side of the picture, so that's something we need to fix. Let's scroll down and look for other errors. This is correct. We see that the text is in the right font size, which is normal font. We see a heading here. The spacing looks good here. We're going to scroll down to keep on looking. And what we're doing, we're looking for errors, and here is one right here. If you notice, this text is written in the heading text. Remember, we talked about heading versus normal text, so we've got to fix this. That's an error on the page. Oh, wow, and here's another major error. Same thing, and this can happen sometimes when your text converts to heading text. So we'll fix that, and everything else looks really good. So it looks like we have some problems with our text, but only one spacing issue, which is at the top of the screen. But believe it or not, sometimes these types of errors can take quite a bit to fix. So what you need to do is just go back to your page, and you're going to say to yourself, well, Cherie, it's confusing because I don't see the gap. I don't see the gap here between this world and this world. You don't have to. It's just there. I've stopped fussing about the website. It just know that gap is there. So we're going to first fix this picture. We're going to align this, and remember we talked about alignment, so we're going to fix the alignment of the picture and bring the non-discrimination passage up. So that's the first thing we're going to do, but notice that and the Contact Us button is fine to come up there as well. We'll bring this back down, and again, I'm just using normal Microsoft Word features, backspacing, and the space key. Everything else looks fine. We're going to fix this by highlighting this text, and remember it should be in normal. Right now it's under heading 2. You see that error? And I'm going to hit it back to normal. Now again, if it was working fine for us right now, but sometimes if it doesn't change for you, remember you can always click remove element and highlight everything and just click remove element, and that should take it back to normal, even if you have to click remove element several times. So let's take a look. We definitely, same thing, highlight this. In fact, I'll do remove element on this one so you can see what I mean. Let me click remove element, and there you go. But it looks like there's a heading here, so I'm going to bring that down. And there was a category or a subtopic for this. Highlight that and bring it back to heading 3. And there you go. Now this could create some spacing issues for us, but we won't know until we go back to the website. Just remember, when you make a change anywhere on the website, it can impact the entire website, create additional spacing issues. And remember the rule of thumb, never look at this page and look at it, we're looking at the whole thing. It looks fine, it looks beautiful, but don't assume it's going to look that way on the website, okay? So I'm going to go ahead. Looks pretty good for now. We're not sure. Never click Save As, click Save. Save and close. Don't click Save and close, because if you click Save and close, it's going to take you off your page. And it's going to take you right back to the sitemap, and you've got to find this page again. So just go ahead and click Save. And here's the website, and you're looking at it and you're thinking, well, nothing changed. Well, actually it did change. It's just that you're looking at the old website. In order to refresh and see your new changes, I'm going to click F5 on my keyboard, and what it's going to do, it's going to update the page. So take a look. So we're close, but not quite. If you notice, things did move up next to the picture, but look at that Contact Us button. That didn't go up all the way, and you might be thinking, well, it looks fine here, but it's not on the page, and that's what I'm telling you. This is a very good example of what you see here is not necessarily what you see here. So this will drive you a little bananas a little bit. Now, here's my rule of thumb. Try it. Try to fix the changes on your page, but I don't want you to get frustrated at this part of the website, because that's what my job is, to help and assist you. So after you get your content in, if you could just, try your best to fix the changes, but then, shoot me an email or give me a call and say, Cherie, I'm so frustrated. I need help. The stuff is not working. The page looks crazy. I need your help. And we'll help you. We do not want you out there frustrated on your page. So I'm going to go ahead and try to fix this one. Let's see what I can do. So I see that the Contact Us button, so I'm just going to move this down. And again, I'm just using my standard spacing, backspacing and things like that. Another trick that I've discovered, I think I've shared this with you in a different video. A lot of times what I'll do right here is my favorite little it's like a cheat sheet. I put a horizontal ruler in. Sometimes what that will do, it helps to better separate things on pages. It just, for whatever reason, it just helps the website to flow better. And whenever I have problems like this, it kind of solves them for whatever reason. So let's take a look, but then it also can create problems like gaps. So let's take a look. And again, you have to be patient, and that's why I said, give me a call if you get frustrated during this part of the production, and that's why we're in the final stages. So that did fix the contact button situation, but notice what I just said. Sometimes putting that line in can bring gaps. So now I'm going to work on the gapping. You're thinking, my goodness, she's got to go back and forth. Yes, you do have to go back and forth. So sometimes I may have to shrink my picture. That may help, right? And again, just save and see, and you go little by little, and if you notice, I'm straddling between the website and I'm going to hit F5. That didn't help us. And this is my world. Right? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to move my contact button under the picture and see if that helps. And again, we're just playing with the website. And even for the sake of our training, if I don't get this within a few more minutes, I'm going to move on and do it tonight off video. Because this is a real problem on this page. So if you notice, though, what I am doing is playing around and trying different things and seeing what I can do to ultimately fix this page. Okay, I'm going to try one more thing. I'll bring my contact button back up. Okay, and this is my last fix for this top piece before we move down and check on the other things. And but you can see, and I'm glad I'm showing you this, and the whole point of this training video is to really demonstrate to you what you see. Not bad. I think I kind of fixed it. Not too bad. I don't, contact buttons a little bit off, but not too bad. That's really the best. And sometimes you do have to go with your best fix. So let's scroll down. And everything else looks fine. I see some spacing. I need a space. You want to be consistent on your pages. So everything looks good, but I want to see if you spot what I see. So when I look at this page, everything looks good except one thing. I have a space between the heading and the text, except right here. So that's my last fix. And so I'm going to go in here. Try to remember. I hope I paid attention. I believe it was right here. And again, it looks fine on the front end, doesn't it? It looks fine on this end, but not on the actual website. So I'm going to go ahead and fix this one. And you notice you have to be patient in dealing with the website. And again, if you're not good at this piece, don't worry. All I really care about is that if you have your content done and you have your pictures out there and your page looks good. It's not just a bunch of text. There's a video out there, or maybe at least some pictures, right? Something on your page that stimulates the audience when they come out to your page. So I'm going to go back out. Don't forget, always hit F5. And remember what I said, any change, even at the bottom of the page, can impact the top of the page. In fact, it impacted the top of our page better. You notice the contact button went up a little bit. So I'll take it. And it fixed it, but just slightly, not much. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'll go back on my own to fix that last little piece. So what I would essentially have to do is just keep on going back and forth until I fix it. And sometimes if it's not fixable, we would take this. Page still looks good even with that little slight error. And so I'm going to go back to our main page. Now once I'm done, that's when I go ahead and click Save and Close. So let's just kind of review a couple points that we just made so you can remember. Number one, always contact me via email to let me know that you have updated your page. This is really important because then we can go out and just look at your page and make sure there's no gaps, there's no errors on the page, it looks good, and we'll communicate with you if we recommend any changes to the page. And sometimes we just go out there and make those changes for you, but of course with your approval. So that is a really, really important thing for you to take away. Also, don't forget, when you are updating your page, always go from inactive. Remember, your pages will always default to inactive and visible. Make sure they're active and visible so that they can be seen from the website. And remember, never ever click something or make it visible and active and keep it out there visible and active if you haven't looked at the actual site. And the last thing I want to remind you of, let's say that your page has a video. I'll go to a page that has a video. This is extremely important. If your page has a video or a hyperlink to something, make sure you test that that video before you do anything else. So if you have a hyperlink, like this is a hyperlink, make sure you test the hyperlink to ensure that it's going to the page that it needs to go to. And I'm not sure why our little video is not playing down there or not showing. But let me go to another page with I know has a I think there's a video somewhere on one of these pages. Okay, I'm close, trust me. Oh, it's under frequently asked questions. So let's see if there's a video right here. I'm not sure why it's not embedding. It's there, but I think it's my computer. But regardless, you want to make sure that you're, let me go to, So you want to make sure that if you have a link, for example, that that link is working and it's going to the right location. Or of course, if you have a video, you want to make sure two things. One, you want to play the video and make sure it's working. As you can see here, I turned the volume down a little bit. But the most important thing also is go to the bottom, the end of the video, and just make sure, I always skirt down to the end of the video and make sure that the tags for other videos are not showing. I'm sure by now you've already viewed the video on how to upload YouTubes on your website, but always double check to ensure that your video is not showing. And there you go. You notice that that video just simply played and went right back to the beginning. And that is how 100% of all videos should display. We do not want to see at the, and I know you've seen these before when the video is a little small, in videos will show up at the end that lead the viewer to other videos. You have to be very, very careful of those types of things. You never know what's going to actually display, and it could be something very negative or derogatory type of video that could be displaying on our website. So that's really a key point, and that's why another reason why it's so important to always let me know if in fact you've updated something on the website, if you have links out there or a video in particular. All right, well that's it. If you have any questions, always feel free to give me a shout out via email and I'll be happy to help you.